Welcome to Matthew and John in the morning.
Hi.
I'm John.
I'm Matthew.
Welcome to the Roommate Podcast.
That's not what we're calling it.
Oh, sorry. What are we calling it now?
We're calling it Matthew and John in the morning.
Oh, that's true too.
We've done one episode of that. You should be familiar.
I'm so sorry, Matthew. Let's continue.
It is not in the morning at all. We're doing this very late.
Shh, breaking the ambiance. All right, and our fourth story of the day starts with
Fourth.
Fourth. And our first story of the day starts with State of Decay, the PC port.
Yes.
So
State of Decay is an awesome Daisy sort of like zombie game that was released on Xbox Live Arcade. The developers are finally like moving over to PC. They're
which is awesome.
Yes. They announced during a Twitch.tv live stream during like when they were talking about the title update 3 for Xbox Live Arcade that they're doing the PC port now. Now I'm really excited about this. Because,
Me too.
Yeah,
Me too. I love all games PC.
Yes, like being able to play this game. Like I wanted it, but I waited because I wanted to get it on PC.
Yes, I agree.
They said it's coming out this year on Steam. They're going to be using early access, and they're going to have controller support first, and then like mouse and keyboard stuff later. And they're also going to do like higher resolution visual.
General PC improvements.
Yeah, general basic stuff on PC. They didn't talk about any new features.
No new features. Yeah. No co-op. Makes us very sad.
Co-op got canceled
because we are the co-op duo.
Yeah,
we like co-op.
No co-op.
Oh well.
Sad.
All right. And our next story, Guild Wars 2 gets political.
Yep. Guild Wars 2 is adding this new political mode where basically there are two different factions vying for this one chamber seat. So the way the game will work is that they're having different events and you can use those events to support the candidate that you prefer. And it should change the way the game's like, I guess, story and lore works.
The overall story is interactive, essentially. Like you can sort of go to all the zones, but if you're not like level 80 in the awesome level 80 areas, you will get stomped on and then pissed on and then just kicked off the map by the monsters there. Because it is very difficult once you get to the higher level areas.
Do you think this is enough to get you to come back to the game? Or?
I personally own the game. I got it like a few months after it came out. I played the hell out of it, but after I got to level 80 and I saw the in-game content, and after generally just playing the whole game, I could not play this game anymore after that. It's a good game. Essentially, though, it's changed too much, in my opinion, from Guild Wars 1. That Guild Wars really captured me and its general gameplay and the way that they handled the servers and everything, and how you had heroes and henchmen, and essentially if you wanted to, you could play with other people, but you also had lots of instances set up, instead of Guild Wars 2, which is all open world, essentially, and the only places where you see like large groups of people are in cities.
So this is too much of a departure, basically.
Essentially, I fell in love with Guild Wars 1. Guild Wars 2 was too much difference for me to really enjoy it again as much as I enjoyed Guild Wars 1.
Okay. What's our next story?
Our next story is about Pikmen 3. It debates at number 1 in the charts in Japan.
Nice.
It's sold about 100k units already, and it's boosting the Wii U sales by about 20k.
Now, is that enough to? Do you think this game will be enough in America to post the Wii U up?
Yeah, I'm assuming it'll do well in America just based on the reviews and the general fan base around it. I'm not going to say that it's going to drive Wii U sales. Obviously, Wii U sales are in the dumps, and it's going to give it some traction. We really need games like Mario Party 3D, or it's not Mario Party, it's Mario Land 3D, my bad. Mario Land 3D, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and all that good stuff in order to really drive the sales of the Wii U.
So Nintendo Land isn't enough.
Nintendo Land is a good bundle.
We don't need Nintendo Land 2 to make it better?
I mean, people bought the Wii like hotcakes just because it was a new thing, and obviously the Wii U is not the new thing.
It's not the new hotness.
It's obviously not.
Yeah. What's our next story?
The PS3 is dropping online play for 3 games.
I guess you get what you pay for.
Yep, you really do. You really do.
I love my PlayStation 3, but when I think about this story, I sort of understand it like from a business standpoint. The 3 games that they're dropping are MAG, which is the awesome like shooter that had a feature of 128 players in the game, but it didn't really have the people to play it. Have the feature but no players. It's a bit of a problem.
There wasn't enough people.
Yeah, apparently the shooting wasn't very good in the game. SOCOM Confrontation also is losing its online play, and SOCOM 4 is losing its too. And the thing about it is MAG and SOCOM Confrontation are both games that are online only. So once this system goes down, then essentially you won't be able to play your game anymore.
What you always have to realize is they're paying for a license and not the actual game. So developers are free to take away the game at any point, at any time, if they so choose. You're not guaranteed to keep it at all.
So how would you recommend someone protect themselves from, I guess, not being exploited? Because I feel like if you bought the game, you got...
If you bought the license, then that's what you get.
Yeah, but do you think people are being slighted? I mean, the game came out in like 2007, I think, so...
Yes, obviously there's still those dedicated hardcore players, but they won't have the service to play the game on, period. It's like getting the PC and not having the power.
I don't feel like they're being, like, used or slighted at all. Like, I understand the need for dedicated servers in the future, but on console, no one was ever promised that. And also, like, when you look at MMOs, like Star Wars Galaxies came out, and now that doesn't exist anymore. Someone bought that at, like, I bought that game when it was first released in a box.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't play it after it was done, but I don't feel like I don't slide it.
Well, essentially, games have their time. Essentially, though, like games such as SOCOM Confrontation, which have a campaign, but you play it for the multiplayer, people are going to feel gypped because essentially you're taking away my game that I paid for.
Yeah.
It is a license, though, so they can't really sue them for that.
Yeah.
In other news, Mark Cerny talks facts to stupid on Xbox and PlayStation. What is this?
That's talking facts. Like, he talks about the facts.
It literally says Mark Cerny talks facts to stupid on Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, he's talking facts to the stupidity of...
Stupidity? Oh!
No, like, facts to stupid. Like, stupid, like, is like the noun in that sentence.
Yeah, we're going to talk about grammar later.
Okay. Anyway, I might have phrased a stupid sentence. Anyway, Mark Cerny, he's a chief systems architect for the PlayStation. And he was talking about some of the different problems that were raised, I guess, with the cloud, and like how basically people have been arguing that they can use the cloud to do graphics processing for different games. So this is different from like streaming graphics or something, or doing what NVIDIA does with like virtualizing games. Essentially, there's been speculation that the Xbox One will be able to allow you to make graphics look better over time, so that essentially you buy an Xbox One and then you might never need a console again because we'll just be able to use it to make the graphics better forever.
Probably not.
Yeah, Mark Cerny's been around the block. He worked in Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted, and he's now doing like Knack for the PS4. But he knows what he's talking about with like system architecture and graphics. He also talked about the new PlayStation 4 controller, which was really interesting. They've changed the way the PlayStation 4 controller works, so that now it works better for third-person and first-person shooters.
Which is great, because that's a huge market.
Yeah, like, and
you really, like, it's hard to enjoy playing first-person shooters on the PS3.
Yeah.
Just based on the controller, because how much better the Xbox is, or just playing it on PC.
Yeah, I have both, and I can say, like, if I ever have an option to play first-person or third-person shooter, I'm going to play it on Xbox because of that controller. Like,
it's so much more comfortable.
Yeah, it's a lot more comfortable, and from what I've heard from E3, the PS4 controller is a significant improvement. Like, it doesn't sound like he's BSing, but I'm super excited for.
But the Xbox controller is also having a huge improvement.
I'm not saying anything.
And it could still be better, honestly.
I think it'd be. I don't.
It could still be better.
I don't mind if one is better than the other. I just want them both to be good.
Yes. Essentially, I want it to work. I want it to work and to work well.
Yes. I like having the option to play on either and not having to be annoyed because I'm playing on one or the other. Like I didn't like the PS3 controller, so now I don't have to worry about that anymore. Hopefully.
We don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully.
We're speculating.
Speculation.
Everything above we just said is speculation.
Yeah. Also, sales. Steam and Xbox Live are having some really good sales right now.
Yep.
There was Batman for $7.50 on Steam. Batman Arkham City.
Get it. Go out and buy it right now. It is so good.
It is really good.
It is like one of the best arcade, not really arcade, but like.
It's a brawler. Third-person brawler.
Yeah,
It's really great. And it has some like cool detective and platforming sections. And
it's got a lot of platforming.
Yeah.
It's in the city.
It's a lot of fun. And it's the Game of the Year edition too. What was the next one on there?
Next one is GTA 4 for $5 on PC. I'm not going to say you shouldn't buy it on PC, but I'm going to say you shouldn't buy it on PC because the port is so bad.
I recommend buying it on PC.
I don't.
If you have a modern PC and it's not a PC,
it should run it. Run it.
It should run it. It should run it well.
No, don't do well.
If you okay, John.
It should run it.
John.
We're not doing this right now, Matt. We're going to agree. We're going to agree to disagree. It runs it.
We've had a few arguments about GTA 4
on PC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, what was the last one?
Our last one would be Dead Island Riptide for $20.
I'm sort of on the fence about this. Like, I wasn't super interested in the first Dead Island. It sort of looked like
it's a first-person.
It looked like a bargain bin version of Left 4 Dead to me.
Skew with zombies. It's very Skyrim.
Like it has an open world. Like,
Yeah, it's open world. It's got RPG elements. It's got weapons that you pick up. I mean, it's got like different areas.
What I played of it is the combat.
It's got people. It's very Skyrim.
I played the first one a little bit, and
I did too.
The combat was not very fun, and the story didn't really hold me, and the world wasn't really that interesting. So
yes,
like,
all three of the above.
So
it's not bad, but it's not great either.
Yeah. So if you enjoyed the first one though,
definitely pick up the second one because it continues the story with the same characters with a couple more.
Yeah, more content. So if you like the game, get more content.
Yep.
Next thing is Xbox Live is also having an awesome sale. They had Asura's Wrath for $10.
Which we're gonna play later.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna play later.
Super Street Fighter for the I think it's the arcade edition for around $15.
Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry. I don't know the prices for those.
I don't know the prices either.
And also Resident Evil 5. Not Resident. You said.
It might be 6. I'm not sure.
But those are on Xbox Live on sale. Capcom's doing it.
Love Capcom.
Yeah.
I think you do. I should hope you do. They have some awesome games on sale.
I'm just bitter about Capcom not releasing Mega Man. Like I want more Mega Man.
I mean, like we're gonna talk about Half-Life 3 again. I mean, it's in anything every episode. I'm bitter that Valve isn't releasing Half-Life 3.
Bitter about Half-Life. On to the next story. Comic book
reviews.
We'll talk about.
We'll talk about the Avengers first.
The Avengers
and Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah. So.
Avengers has this nice overarching story with tons of characters, and it still makes sort of no sense.
The problem with the Avengers is I feel that they are taking a lot of time setting up for something that could or may or may not be interesting. And
yes.
I'm okay with like buying into it because
yes.
I trust in Jonathan Hickman. I talked to him at Heroes Con. He said he was setting things up between like New Avengers and Avengers, and that was pretty evident in the most recent book.
They're definitely sort of all leading together to one point.
Yeah, they were implying some of the stuff that talking about some of the things that happened in New Avengers indirectly and Avengers. And reading the book isn't a chore either. The art is great. A lot of the character moments are still there. There's a lot of action.
Yes.
Captain America got picked up and thrown into a building, and the Hulk freaked out on the helicarrier. There was a weird, awkward sequence. Well, not really awkward, but there was a sequence where Starbrand was like learning how fucking awesome he is.
Oh my God. He learned like I am a cosmic being doing cosmic things.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over this again. It's like you have no power over me. Yeah. I don't know. It's just cosmic beings and Avengers seem to go together, and they just. I really feel like it should have some sort of villain because right now it just seems like they're just doing cosmic things.
Well, I guess the villain is whatever is destroying the universe, and they haven't really solved that yet for us.
No, they haven't.
Anyway,
we're just sort of like derping around until that happens.
Yeah. On to the next thing, Ultimate Spider-Man, a book we love.
It is absolutely amazing.
It is great. I love that book.
There's only one page it was actually Spider-Man. Everything else is just him out of costume.
Out of costume, and like even though there was like some action, the thing that was most interesting is the story and the characters. The
character development is amazing.
Yeah, all the characters are not in really good places, but like sort of seeing how they're working themselves out of it is really interesting. Like Gwen Stacy right now is just pissed off. Genki is annoyed. Aunt May is like still dealing with problems with Peter Parker, it was great to see that little nod. Miles is just angry, and Jessica Drew is dealing with like her non-personhood essentially. Like it's
really being born essentially.
Yeah, it's dealing with a lot of things that aren't, I guess, indicative of regular comics in a way that I think is really well done. Like it's a superhero book still, but at the same time, it's
more than that. It's about these people.
It's more than that, and it's
not about saving people anymore. It's actually getting to know these people and seeing their struggles and seeing them overcome them.
Yeah, and like Miles having to make those decisions to be the person that.
Remember, he's like what, 13, 14 years old?
Yeah, he's really young, and just like seeing
he's exactly where Peter was when he first got his powers. I think.
Yeah, I think he's a little younger now.
A little younger?
Yeah, a little bit younger.
A little younger with the same problems.
And it's not just like high school. Like I'm being bullied. It's
just. I think he's in high school. He's definitely in high school.
No, he's not being bullied though.
He's not being bullied.
The typical high school problems aren't there. It's like who's he gonna date, or like all that stuff isn't there. It's just like it's him dealing with his life and like the problems that come from being Spider-Man. And it's not retreading any of the old territory that was in the old Ultimate Spider-Man or in the regular Amazing Spider-Man. It's doing completely different things, and I love this book. So.
It's really good. I can't wait for the next chapter.
Yeah. Anyway, can't talk about Ultimate Spider-Man, but we had to end this show.
Yep.
So, Anyway, thank you for joining us. We'll see you
Bye.
later.